Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be my March TBR. So I have a bit of a stack. I'm a bit ambitious, I think, but without further ado, let's get into all of the books that I want to read in March. So first up, I'm going to talk about my rereads for this month. So I plan on rereading The Emperor of the Evening Stars and Dark Harmony by Laura Thalassa. This is the book 2.5, the novella, and book 3, the finale in the Bargainer series, which I am reading for the Fanro Book Club, which I am helping co-host with my friend Sahar and a bunch of our other friends. We have been reading this series. I've been rereading it. Everybody else is reading it for the first time, so I want to reread them so I'm like fresh and I can do the discussion when it's time. But yeah, we're going to be getting to, I believe we're doing the novella and the third. If not, then I'll maybe just read the novella, but I think that we're reading both. I should check with Sahar. But I love this series so much. It's one of my favorite fantasy romances, and I'm really excited to get to these. So I will be rereading these in March so that I can do the discussion. I'm sure there's going to be reading sprints, so I'll let you guys know in my community feed. I'll share it whenever Sahar plans for those reading sprints. So we'll be reading these two, I believe, in March. Next up, I really want to reread Daisy Jones and the Six. The adaptation comes out early in March, but I think I'm going to maybe wait to watch that until after I do my reread. I did order a physical copy of it, even though I know that I prefer to listen to it on audio. I still want to annotate in it because I know there's a lot of like really good quotes and stuff, and I don't have a physical copy, so I got one on Pango Books, and whenever that gets here, that's when I'm going to start rereading it. I know that it's like a really quick read. The audiobook is super short, and then once I read it, then I can watch the adaptation. I'm really excited for it. I really like the actors and it just looks so good. The trailer for it looked amazing. So I haven't read that one in years, so I want to reread it so that I can, one, annotate it, but two, like have it fresh in my head for when I go to watch the adaptation. Next up, I want to try to get to books 3 and 4 in the Guild Hunter series, so Archangel's Consort and Archangel's Blade. I've been reading this series. I picked the first one up for the Romantasy-a-thon and I really enjoyed it. I read the second one for my 24-hour slumber party readathon with my friends, and they're just like really quick, fast-paced fantasy romances, and I really like the world, and I'm very curious to see where the series is going to go because it's like a 15-book series, and I've got the 3rd and 4th book now, so I'm going to try to read both of these. They're so quick. I think we'll be doing another 24-hour readathon in March, and I have spring break in March, so these will be great to read then, so I'll be picking these two up. Just like angels, vampires, it's a rip-roaring good time. Then I didn't manage to get to this book in February, and I do really want to read it, and that is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I need to prioritize this so that I stop putting it off. I do really want to read this. I believe this is a series, but I think this one reads as if it's a standalone. So that's really good because I don't think there's like any major cliffhangers or anything like that. So it'll be my first Brandon Sanderson. I did try to read Skyward several years ago and I DNF'd it. I did not like that one at all, but I have really high hopes for his fantasy books because that one was a sci-fi, and Rachel from Ravenhaired Reader absolutely loved this one, and I think that I will actually really like it and I can finally get over this like weird thing that I have with Brandon Sanderson. So I'm gonna try to get to this one in March. I need to just do it, so I'm putting it on my March TBR in hopes that I will get to it finally. I also really want to get to Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I have just heard really good things about this one, and the writing in this I've heard is very like whimsical, and it's kind of like a strange, confusing story, and like sometimes I really like those where you don't really know exactly what's going on. It's like very mysterious. I don't know very much about this. I just know that it's supposed to be like very mysterious and very whimsical, and that sounds great. And it is pretty short, so I feel like this would be a really fun one to pick up for a 24-hour readathon. I've been meaning to read this book for years, so I'm finally gonna get to it. I got this off of Pango Books, and I'm very excited to get to this one. I'm sorry I can't give like really good synopses on these. I don't really like giving synopses, and like I don't want to know too much about some of these, especially this one. I don't want to know too much going into it, so if you're looking for synopses, whatever, I guess wait for my wrap up. I'll try to give a good synopsis. Next book I want to read in March is The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. This is the sequel to The Atlas 6, which I did really enjoy. It's kind of a fantastical dark academia, and I really liked the writing in that one, and the characters, I'm just like, I was very intrigued by it, so I want to continue because it did leave off on like quite a cliffhanger, and I just want to see what's going to happen next. And I got this for Christmas from Rachel, so I don't want to have it like sitting on my physical TBR for too long because I want to get to it, especially while I still remember what happened in the Atlas 6, so I don't have to reread that one before going into this. So I'm going to try to get to this one this month. One of my most anticipated releases of the year comes out this month, and that is A Sinister Revenge by Deanna Raybourn, which is the 8th Veronica Speedwell book. Yeah, 8. So it'll be the newest installment in the Veronica Speedwell mystery series, which I read all of last year, and that series was so good. I love it so much. It's a 5-star series for me, and so I'm very highly anticipating the new release of it. So I'll be picking that up when it comes out and just seeing what Veronica and Stoker get up to next. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. Then I have a few contemporary romances that I want to pick up. I really want to get to. So I really want to continue the Bergman Brothers series by Chloe Leese. I read the first book a few years ago, I think. I don't know. And I just never continued on the series, but I loved The Mistletoe Motive, and so I want to pick up more books by Chloe Leese because The Mistletoe Motive is one of my favorite romances ever. And so I'm going to pick up the second book, which is called Always Only You, I believe. And it's a sports romance. I think it's a hockey romance. I think the main guy is a hockey player. I don't really know a lot about the plot at all, but I'm very excited for this one. So I'm going to try to pick that one up this month. And then I also want to get to the next Elsie Silver book. So I read the Chestnut Spring series in February. I'm still reading Powerless right now, but I'm loving it and I just want to read more from her. So she's got a like different series that I think is like semi-attached to this series. I can't remember what this one's called. Gold Rush Ranch, maybe? I don't know, but the first book is called Off to the Races, I believe. So I want to try to pick that one up because I'm just really like in the mood for that right now. So I'm putting it on my TBR in hopes that I'll pick it up. And then the last book on my TBR for March is a hockey romance that Lachlan really loved. It's called Mile High by Liz Tomford, I think. And I love hockey romances, so I really want to get to this one because I've been hearing really good things about it. It's been like blowing up all over Instagram and TikTok and stuff, so I want to get to this one. I know Rachel's reading it right now. I don't know what her thoughts are on it. I think she's liking it, but I've been wanting to pick it up since I saw Lachlan talk about it, so hopefully I can get to that in March as well. So yeah, quite the little stack here, but I think a lot of these are going to be like really quick reads. And I have spring break at the end of the month, and I don't have any like big plans during spring break. I'm just going to be reading a ton. Plus I've got a 24-hour readathon planned with my besties, so I'll hopefully be able to read a bunch of books then. So I think it'll be a good reading month. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to all of these because I'm just like in the mood to read. So I'm excited that I have so many like great books to pick up. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments down below what books you are going to pick up in March, if you've got any anticipated releases coming out in March like I do. Also, let me know if you've read any of these and what your thoughts are and if you think I'll like them. Let me know all of that down in the comments down below, and don't forget to click like and subscribe while you're down there to help support me and my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!